Hello and welcome home to the English Corner podcast. I'm Rachel and I am so happy you're here. I want to ask you something. When someone speaks to you in English, do you feel a traffic jam in your head? You hear the word, you translate it to your language, you think of an answer, and then, well, you translate it back to English. By the time you are ready to speak, the conversation has moved on. It feels frustrating, doesn't it? It makes you feel like you aren't smart enough, but that isn't true. You are just doing too much work. Well, here is the secret. To stop translating, you must stop building sentences word by word. Instead, you need blocks. These are pre-made phrases that your brain stores as one single image. When you use a block, there is no time to translate. It just comes out. It's like picking up a tool you already know how to use. Today, we are practicing these real-life blocks. These are things you will actually say at a cafe, at work, or with friends. Don't think about the grammar. Don't think about the verbs. Just copy the sound and the feeling. Let's begin our shadowing. I want you to close your eyes and imagine you are standing in a busy coffee shop. You can smell the roasted coffee beans and hear the sound of the milk steaming. It's loud, and the person behind the counter is looking at you, waiting for your order. This is usually when the panic starts because everything feels so fast. But you don't need to build a new sentence. You just need to reach for these simple blocks. Can I get a large latte, please? Can I get a large latte, please? Now you. Can I get a small one instead? Can I get a small one instead? Your turn. I'll have the same as them. I'll have the same as them. Now your turn. Can I also have a croissant? Can I also have a croissant? Now you. Can I get this to go, please? Can I get this to go, please? Your turn. How much is this? How much is this? Now your turn. Can I pay by card? Can I pay by card? Now you. Keep the change. Have a nice day. Keep the change. Have a nice day. Now you. Well, that was the first step. But, now, what happens if the world is moving too fast? Maybe the person answered you, but they spoke with an accent or they used a word you don't know. Most students just nod and smile because they are embarrassed. But I want you to be brave. It's okay to ask for help. Even native speakers do this every day. Use these blocks when you need to slow the world down and give your brain a moment to breathe. Sorry, could you repeat that a bit slower? Sorry, could you repeat that a bit slower? Your turn. Let me think about that for a second. Let me think about that for a second. Now your turn. I'm not sure. Let me check. I'm not sure. Let me check. Now you. That makes sense. Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you. Your turn. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Now you. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? your turn. Could you say that again, please? Could you say that again, please? Now your turn. One moment, please. I am just thinking. One moment, please. I am just thinking. Now you. Take a deep breath. You are doing so well. Just remember, if this corner of the internet feels like home to you, please subscribe and share this lesson. It helps me keep the coffee warm and the lights on for our community. Let's keep going. I know that sometimes we feel pressure in social situations. Maybe you arrived late and you feel everyone is looking at you, or maybe you are in a meeting at work and you want to contribute. You want to sound like a real person, but you feel, well, shy. Instead of worrying about grammar rules, just use these natural blocks to connect with people and show them who you are. Sorry I'm late. The traffic was terrible. Sorry I'm late. The traffic was terrible. Now you. That sounds like a great idea. That sounds like a great idea. Your turn. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Now your turn. It's been a long day. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. I'm pretty tired. Now you. Let's catch up soon, okay? Let's catch up soon, okay? Your turn. I'm still learning, so bear with me. I'm still learning, so bear with me. Now your turn. Have a wonderful afternoon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Now you. Now, I want to share one more secret with you. There is another powerful method to stop the translation. We talked about blocks for speaking, but how do we stop the translation for the things we see? I call this method labeling your world. You see, usually you look at an object, you think of the word in your language, and then you find the English word. That is a long bridge to cross. Labeling is about removing the bridge. You look at the object and you name it in English instantly. Don't let your native language enter the room. If you see your keys, don't think of the word in your language. Just look and say, keys. If you're finding these methods helpful, please take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and share this lesson with a friend. It really helps our community grow and supports our corner of the internet. Let's practice this direct connection right now. Look around your room, try to see these things as I say them, and repeat the words with me. The window, the window. Now you. My phone, your turn. A warm cup of tea, a warm cup of tea. Now you. I am sitting down, I am sitting down. Your turn. The sun is shining, the sun is shining. Now you. Well, that simple exercise is how you train your brain to live in English rather than just visiting it. But what about when you are moving? What about the things you are doing right now? This brings me to our third method, the daily narrative. This is like being the narrator of your own movie. When you are alone at home, I want you to describe your actions in simple English. Don't wait for a conversation to start. Start the conversation with yourself. When you speak about what you are doing while you are doing it, your brain doesn't have time to translate. It has to act. Let's practice narrating some common daily actions together. I am making a cup of coffee. I am making a cup of coffee. Now you. I am opening the front door. I am opening the front door. Your turn. I am looking for my keys. I am looking for my keys. Now your turn. I am sitting on the sofa. I am sitting on the sofa. Now you. I am checking my emails. I am checking my emails. Your turn. I am finishing my practice for today. I am finishing my practice for today. Now you. That simple habit, telling the story of your day as it happens, that is a major step. It turns your house into an immersion school. Now, I want to give you 2 more powerful secrets. Method number 4 is the description trick. Have you ever forgotten a word and felt your brain start to translate in a panic? Well, when that happens, don't stop. Just describe the word using simple English that you already know. If you forget the word spoon, just say the thing for my tea. You are still thinking in English. You are keeping the bridge closed to your first language. Let's practice the description trick blocks. I don't know the word, but it is for my kitchen. I don't know the word, but it is for my kitchen. Now you. It is a thing that you use to write. It is a thing that you use to write. Your turn. It looks like a small box. It looks like a small box. Now your turn. It is the person who works at the desk. It is the person who works at the desk. Now you. Well, and finally, method number 5. This is the 5-minute bubble. Every day, I want you to choose 5 minutes where you are in an English-only zone. Maybe when you are in the shower or walking the dog. In this bubble, you are not allowed to translate. If you don't know a word, you skip it or describe it. You just swim in the language. Let's practice some bubble thoughts. I am in my English bubble now. I am in my English bubble now. Now you. I feel calm and I am thinking in English. I feel calm and I am thinking in English. Your turn. I don't need my first language right now. I don't need my first language right now. Now your turn. English is my home for these 5 minutes. English is my home for these 5 minutes. Now you. That simple habit, creating a small, safe space where English is your only language, that is the final piece of the puzzle. It teaches your brain that you don't need to translate to be safe. Before we go, I want to review our 6 fluency blocks for today. These are the tools I want you to carry in your pocket as you go through your week. First, bear with me. This is a beautiful way to ask for patience. It tells people, I am trying. Please wait for me. It shows you have high self-respect. Second, catch up soon. We use this when we want to see a friend and talk about our lives. It's a very natural, warm phrase that native speakers use all the time. Third, that makes sense. Use this instead of just saying, I understand. It shows you are following the logic of the conversation. Fourth, I don't know the word, but this is the key to the description trick. Use this block to keep the conversation moving even when you forget a word. It stops your brain from translating in a panic. Fifth, let me think about that for a second. This is your best friend. Use this phrase when you feel a traffic jam in your head. It gives your brain time to breathe and find the right block without feeling awkward. And sixth, could you say that again, please? This is your power. Don't be afraid to slow the world down. It shows confidence and helps you stay in English. You did something truly amazing today. You gave yourself the gift of time. You practiced 5 powerful ways to stop that mental traffic jam. You practiced the blocks for speaking, labeling for thinking, narrating for living, describing for problem solving, and the bubble for daily immersion. But remember, well, your brain is like a muscle in your body. If you go to the gym once, you don't see the change immediately. It happens in the quiet daily moments. I want to ask you to make this a habit. Come back to this corner tomorrow and the day after that. Just 10 minutes of shadowing can change the way your brain works. When you feel tired or when you feel like you aren't growing, just remember that every block you repeat is a seed you are planting for your future self. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to your journey. You are doing more than enough, and I am so proud of you for showing up. Put your mug down, take a deep breath, and carry this calm into the rest of your day. Before you go, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Tell me, what is one thing that usually makes you feel stuck in your head? When we share our stories, we realize we aren't alone. I'll be here waiting for you next time. Goodbye for now.